I'm fine. Yeah. Come. I'll sit in this car. Absolutely no fine.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the most infamous times famous faces snapped in public and reacted violently. We'll be exploring moments involving British stars and incidents that happened within the UK. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
You live here? Are you going to live here for ages? Right. That's your house now. It's done.
I'll do that.
Number 20. Cristiano Ronaldo and the mobile phone. In his first season back at Manchester United, Ronaldo was able to show his talents on the pitch with great success. However, after a 1-0 defeat to Everton, he showcased a nastier side. As Ronaldo walked down the tunnel, a young autistic fan had their mobile phone out to record the players. The Portuguese legend batted the device out of the teenager's hand, smashing it on the ground as he walked off.
As Ronaldo made his way towards the tunnel after full time.
Ronaldo apologized on Instagram and invited the victim to a United game, but that didn't resolve matters. Instead, CR7 was issued with a police caution. Then the FA investigated. They found Ronaldo's conduct improper and/or violent, leading to a 2-match ban and a £50,000 fine.
Ronaldo himself said he'd like to apologise for his outburst and that he wanted to invite the supporters to watch a game at Old Trafford as a sign of fair play and sportsmanship.
Number 19. Mark Jordan and the beer garden fight. Best known for his time in Heartbeat, in 2018, while a cast member for Emmerdale, Jordan was at a pub in Oldham to celebrate his engagement to co-star Laura Norton. However, when Andrew Potts made a crude comment about Jordan's daughter, the actor snapped, and he screamed at Potts, who allegedly took a video of Jordan's daughter too. As the actor was held back by others as he attempted to grab the phone, Potts struck Jordan multiple times. Later, the duo got into another fight, resulting in Jordan biting Potts, while the actor fractured his wrist. Jordan was soon arrested as he described his actions as self-defense. In 2019, he was found not guilty of assault.
Thank you very much, but for the moment, I need to go home and start getting back to what we started.
Number 18. Ben Stokes and the Bristol Brawl. To celebrate England beating the West Indies in the third one-day international, Stokes went for a night on the town in Bristol with teammate Alex Hales in 2017. However, Stokes got into a fight with Ryan Hale and Ryan Ali, who both suffered several injuries while the cricketer broke a finger. Stokes was arrested and charged.
Right, the reason, I'll explain to you why you've been arrested as well.
Yeah.
Is because there's a guy over there that's covered in blood,
Yeah.
and I've been told that you've punched him.
In 2018, during the final trial, Stokes stated he had stepped in for 2 gay men who were being verbally abused, causing him to clash with Hale and Ali. The England legend was acquitted of affray. In the aftermath, the men who Stokes defended publicly thanked him. However, the England and Wales Cricket Board fined Stokes £30,000 and Hales £17,500 with £10,000 suspended for a year.
What does the future hold for the poster boy of English cricket?
Number 17. Vinnie Jones's bar brawl. Known for being violent on the football pitch and in films, Jones has had several run-ins with the legal system over the years.
What an awful person you are.
Yet 2008 was particularly bad as Jones got into a nasty bar fight in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. According to the other participants, Jones snapped when they pointed out he was in X-Men: The Last Stand. Jones claimed they were the aggressors. Regardless, a glass smashed Jones's face, which needed 48 stitches. As Jones went to the bathroom to clean up, Juan Barrera, a friend of those who fought the actor, was leaving. The two got into another fight, causing Barrera to judo throw Jones to the floor. The former footballer was charged with assault, which he was acquitted of in 2009. Number 16. Tom Cruise's COVID-19 rules.
This is a movie that is months behind in production because of the pandemic. This is a movie that even after they got going again with production had to shut down again last month because some people tested positive.
After months of filming delays due to the COVID-19 pandemic, in late 2020, production for Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 was in London, with lots of restrictions to keep people safe. However, some crew seemingly didn't stick to the rules. Audio was released that featured the film star Tom Cruise verbally laying into people for standing too close to each other.
I don't ever want to see it again! Ever! And if you don't do it, you're fired!
During the tirade, the actor pointed out that most of the industry was shut down, and many people relied on this film for work, which they were putting in jeopardy.
That's it! Am I clear? Do you understand what I want? Do you understand the responsibility that you have?
Cruise ended the admonishment by stating if he saw them breaking the rules again, they'd be gone. Don't mess with Ethan Hunt. Number 15, Steven Gerrard and the DJ attack. After Liverpool hammered Newcastle United 5-1 in 2008, Gerrard celebrated his 2 goals with friends in a bar in Southport. After plenty of drinking and singing into the early hours, the Liverpool captain wanted to change the song. However, the DJ, Marcus McGee, refused. When Gerrard argued with him, McGee, allegedly fearing aggression, attempted to punch the Liverpool captain, causing a brawl to erupt. This resulted in the DJ getting injured and losing a tooth. The following day, Gerrard was charged with assault, which was later dropped, and a fray. In 2009, the football legend was acquitted in court. Gerrard's other friends all admitted to their involvement and were later sentenced. Number 14, Dappy and the petrol station fight. In 2012, Dappy, of N-Dubz fame, was taking his friends to his recording studio after a night out. Whilst at a Shell petrol station in Guildford, Dappy invited 2 women to join them in the car to the studio. However, they sensibly rejected this offer. This caused an argument to erupt and Dappy to allegedly spit at them. Another man then got involved, apparently featuring more Dappy saliva, causing a fight to break out. The rapper's friends then got involved along with others, leading to a brawl. In 2013, Dappy was found guilty of assault and a fray. He was handed a suspended 6-month sentence along with 150 hours of community service and costs and compensation amounting to £6,500. Number 13, Orlando Bloom strikes Justin Bieber. In 2014, various celebrities attended a party in Ibiza, Spain. However, 2 of the guests, Bloom and Bieber, were in the midst of a feud. It all started in 2012 when the singer was seen getting close to Miranda Kerr, who divorced Bloom in 2013. Bloom was seen with Bieber's ex, Selena Gomez, that same year.
Reports are surfacing that actor Orlando Bloom threw a punch at Justin Bieber.
Allegedly, words were exchanged between the two in Ibiza, resulting in Bloom vaulting over a sofa to get to Bieber. When the duo talked, the actor attempted to hit the musician before security intervened. Apparently, Leonardo DiCaprio approved of Bloom's actions as he allegedly applauded. The following day, Bieber mocked Bloom on Instagram afterwards by putting up an image of Kerr and another of the actor crying. Number 12, Shia LaBeouf and the Scottish pub. Known more nowadays for his controversial behavior away from the screen rather than his acting work, in 2024, LaBeouf was in Edinburgh, Scotland. His partner, Mia Goth, was filming Frankenstein in the city. Whilst outside a pub, LaBeouf got into an argument with a group of men.
You're from London. You're from Edinburgh now. You live here. You're going to live here for ages.
He was filmed squaring up to them and yelling insults as others got in the way to separate them before it could get physical. This wasn't the only time LaBeouf got into fights in the UK. In 2014, he was at a pub in London when another customer allegedly said something insulting about the actor's partner's mum. This sparked LaBeouf to headbutt him, which was captured on video. Number 11, MP Mike Amesbury attacks constituents. In 2024, according to reports, Amesbury was in Frodsham after some drinks when he got into a discussion with local man Paul Fellows at a taxi rank about the closure of a nearby bridge. To begin with, the two were talking amicably, then the MP and former Shadow Minister sucker-punched Fellows to the ground. Amesbury continued hitting him multiple times whilst warning him about threatening the politician as people rushed to separate them. Following the footage getting published, Amesbury was suspended by the Labour Party. In January 2025, he pleaded guilty to assault and resigned from Labour, remaining as an independent MP for Runcorn and Helsby. However, in February, Amesbury was sentenced to 10 weeks in jail. Number 10, Chris Martin attacks paparazzi.
I gotta ask one thing of you guys. Is there anybody alive out there?
After Martin admitted to assaulting a photographer in 2003, you'd think the press would learn their lesson and not shove a camera in his face. Unfortunately, this cameraman clearly didn't hear about Martin's previous outburst, and finds himself on the receiving end of an attack and some harsh words. The photographer was trying to get some shots of Martin and his wife Gwyneth Paltrow leaving a hospital, looking for confirmation that Paltrow was pregnant again.
Congratulations, Chris.
Yeah, man. Have some respect. Jesus. Have some respect. Have some respect.
What are you doing?
Hey, Chris. Thanks for the video. You give it back to him or this door's getting broken.
When Martin follows her out, he pushes the reporter to the ground after he makes a snide comment and nearly steals his camera.
You jerk. Listen, man, you gotta have some respect.
Number 9, Slow Tie at the Enemy Awards.
We like to drink with Mora, cause Mora is our mate. And when we drink with Mora, he gets it down in 8, 7, 6, 5.
No stranger to controversy, rapper Slow Tie was heavily criticised for his actions at the 2020 Enemy Awards, not only by people watching at home, but by the audience present at the show as well. He was first berated for making a series of deeply inappropriate comments about the host, comedian Katherine Ryan, which got him on the wrong side of the punters. As he accepted the Hero of the Year award, he was called a misogynist and booed, which riled him up enough to start threatening his own fans.
Enemy, thank you for ruining my speech. Thank you very much.
He threw his drink at them and had to be stopped from fighting the crowd by security. Number 8, Russell Brand has a run-in with the paparazzi. As one of the UK's most divisive figures, it's no surprise that Russell Brand has had numerous bad encounters with the press. This was made even more intense as he tried to make his way through LAX, accompanied by then-fiancée Katy Perry, who attracts no small number of reporters on her own.
You're in a bad mood, huh, bro?
Brand begins pushing the photographers out of the way, and though they didn't come to any harm, he was eventually put under citizen's arrest. Both he and Perry maintained that he'd lashed out because a photographer was trying to take inappropriate photos of her, but he was still made to pay a $20,000 bail. Number 7, Asan Njie threatens to kill Jamie Lomas. At the 2019 TV Choice Awards, violence was clearly in the air. A fight broke out between Emmerdale's Asan Njie and Hollyoaks' Jamie Lomas in the lobby of the Hilton. It was apparently over a financial dispute between a fellow actor and friend of Njie, who was being managed by Lomas' company. Rumour has it that when this unnamed actor decided to leave, Lomas asked for his commission, which Njie didn't take kindly to. Regardless of his motivation, however, he still threatened to stab Lomas in public and was subsequently sacked from his role of Ellis Chapman. Number 6, Justin Bieber lashes out in London.
I think I was making headlines and some other reasons. I kept myself relevant.
2013 was a rough year for Justin Bieber, whose UK tour was plagued with issues. After first being slammed for arriving at his own show at the O2 an hour late, a different show at the arena was cut short by him fainting on stage. The following day, his hotel was surrounded by reporters. Though he initially made it to his car without incident, thanks to his security guards, their heckling eventually got to him, and he tried to get back out of the car to attack them.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
He was stopped by his bouncers and eventually drove off, but not before they all shouted plenty of profanities at each other. Number 5, Hugh Grant kicks paparazzi.
You should be able to deal with it better than I dealt with it, but I never liked them round my house. It felt like that was my bubble.
Despite coming across as polite and well-mannered, Hugh Grant has been on the wrong side of the law many times, including one incident where he was arrested for assault after throwing baked beans at a photographer outside his house. But a few years later, in 2009, he again encountered the paparazzi while walking through New York, trying to get a cab late one night.
Wanking on the internet, eh? Yeah.
What seems to start off as friendly banter between Grant and the reporter ends with the actor kicking him right between the legs.
You trying to catch a cab? It's probably easier that way.
Alright.
Ow, Jesus, that wasn't cool.
Grant was even threatened with a lawsuit, though it didn't amount to much. Number 4, Jeremy Clarkson punches someone at the BBC. Top Gear has never been the same since the original 3 presenters left, which happened because of a petty dispute about dinner not being ready. After a long day of filming in 2015, Clarkson punched assistant producer Ocean Timon and made a few offensive remarks about him being Irish because there was no hot food. This resulted in the BBC shelving the remaining series of Top Gear and ultimately sacking Clarkson.
What we know is that the producer Oisin Timon was indeed attacked by Jeremy Clarkson, and he was also subjected to sustained verbal abuse.
May and Hammond walked out too in solidarity, and the BBC lost some of their most valuable stars. 5 years later, the hotel where it happened held a commemorative steak night to mourn the loss of Clarkson's BBC career.
What are you going to do next, Mr. Clarkson?
Guys, sorry.
Jeremy.
Number 3, Christian Bale yells on set. In 2009, Christian Bale received attention for an intense outburst on the set of Terminator Salvation.
I was looking at the light.
Oh, good for you!
Footage emerged of him berating the director of photography, Shane Hilbert, in a tirade bursting with profanities. According to other crew members who were on set, however,
stay off the set, man.
Bale's outburst was justified because, during an intense scene on a hot day, Hilbert kept walking into Bale's line of sight and causing him to break character. After the altercation, they had to continue filming for 7 hours. Regardless of whether it was warranted, Bale himself has apologized and admits he was wrong to kick off like that.
I wanna kick your ass. You know, shut up for a second, alright?
Number 2, Eric Cantona, Kung Fu Kicks fan. In his time as a professional footballer, Eric the King was notoriously unpredictable and had to be disciplined many times for his behavior on the pitch. But he's best known for one unfortunate moment when, in a match against Crystal Palace, he drop-kicked a rival fan.
Oh, what's going on here? Cantona's getting involved with some supporters.
It happened after Cantona was given a red card and got sent off, and the fan, Matthew Simmons, came to the front to taunt him. Though it was quickly stopped and Cantona was escorted off the pitch, it's gone down in history as one of the craziest things to ever happen in football.
I prefer to look forward, you know?
Number 1, John Prescott punch. Upon arriving in Riyadh, Deputy Prime Minister John Prescott found himself met with a group of protesters arguing in favour of fox hunting. One of these protesters egged Prescott and got more than he bargained for in return, as Prescott punched him in the jaw with his left hand.
Other camera angles make it clear exactly what happened.
While many supporters of Prescott have pointed out that if the politician and amateur boxer really wanted to do some damage, he would have used his right hand, it garnered a lot of bad press for Labour. Today, it's become an infamous moment in British politics, and a prime example of how not to treat people you disagree with. If all of the celebrities we've mentioned took part in a real battle royale, who do you think would win? Let us know in those comments below.
Just to let you know, we have reached out to Labour today for the very latest in response to this footage. We've yet to hear back from them.